Hello, fellow model collectors. My name is Henry Tenby, and welcome to this very first edition of Model Moment. We're going to be using this video series to showcase interesting travel agent and executive display models from years past. And in this very first episode, I'm going to be sharing these two models with you and talking about their history. So what you're looking at are two small 1/164th scale DC-9 models. The first is a West Coast Airlines DC-910, which would date from about 1965, thereabouts. And the other is a DC-930 of Air Canada. It actually has a registration on the back, CFTLS. And this would date from about 1970. Now, these models, a lot of people will recognize. McDonnell Douglas back in the 60s and 70s used a number of Los Angeles-based companies to produce promotional pieces for them to sell these aircraft to airlines back in the day. These were the inexpensive models of the time. They're made of plastic, heavy kind plastic. They're supplied on a plastic stand with a nice Douglas DC-9 logo that's imprinted on the stands, as you can see. So a number of companies actually produced these very similar models, including Pacific Miniatures and, in this case, the Walter J. Hyatt Company. As you can see, there's a sticker on the underside of each of the two models indicating that the models are made by the Walter J. Hyatt Company that was based in North Hollywood, California. It says designers and manufacturers. And they also did a similar scale, 1/164th for the DC-8 and the DC-10. And as I say, Pacific Miniatures also produced promotional models of the Douglas aircraft in these exact same scales for numerous airline customers from the 1960s and 70s. So they were produced in quite large quantities. They're quite a nice model. The West Coast DC-9 is a registration N0901, and there's a bit of decal loss on this model, but not too much, just a little bit at the back there. Luckily, the model hasn't yellowed too much. The Air Canada DC-9 has some decal loss on the nose and a bit on the tail, which, for a model that's, 50 years old, it's not to be unexpected. But they are neat. These models are typically valued, I would say, in around the $100 range. They're not an expensive model, but for the vintage collector looking for something authentic at an easy price point, these models definitely fit the bill. I like the DC-8 especially. I'm going to be showcasing other models in future editions of Model Moment. I hope you liked this first episode. If you have any comments, of course, I welcome seeing them in the comment section below. If you have a moment, please give me a thumbs up. That would be very much appreciated. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it.